Have you ever wanted to analyze a story before it finishes, not just predict what happens next, but map the inflection points where it could fundamentally split apart? This isn't a Witch Hat Atelier fan theory compilation. I've read the manga and I want to explore it further. I'm not claiming what will happen, but proposing what may happen in the future. Most importantly, what becomes possible when you follow the story's major themes of tortured opposition in a morally gray world to their logical extremes. Two characters sit at the center of it all, Coco and Agott. One is tied to curiosity and innovation, the other is linked to authority and acceptance. They are opposites ready to break the world. Coco is the protagonist of Witch Hat, while Agott is the antagonist. I'm not labeling Agott as a big bad villain, or the enemy on Coco's journey. However, Agott is the compelling opposition in a morally gray world that has few easy answers for magic. There are already multiple inflection points in the manga that feel like the narrative could snap in different directions. We will start with higher probability events and work our way to potentially more diverse outcomes. Major manga spoilers are ahead, specifically for Coco and Agott's situation. Let's start with extremely high probability scenarios, like everyone's family secrets. There are strong textual hints that Coco's father was a witch who had his memory wiped. In the very first episode, Coco's mother drops strange comments about her deceased spouse and almost speaks of the past before dismissing her daughter. All of this would explain why a loving mother would discourage Coco from seeking a path to hidden, perilous magic. Meanwhile, Agott Arculum's family is even more complicated. Agott's mother, Adina Arculum, is the head librarian of the Pointed Caps. Agott and Adina are estranged, mostly because of false accusations that Agott plagiarized a spell in years past. And Adina also appears to be a brimmed cap agent, slowly and secretly pushing the system off a cliff. As a side note, Kamone Shirahama has worked on multiple Star Wars projects. She is clearly basing librarian Adina's story on Darth Treya, a Jedi librarian named Atris who hid her turn to the Sith. Jedi Master Atris preserved both Sith and Jedi holocrons, much like how librarian Adina maintains all written magical records, both allowed and banned. Now we descend into reasonably high probability events that swing the pendulum. Coco and her family represent explorers pushing dangerous boundaries, while Agott's family are corrupt hypocrites undermining the witch's peaceful pact. Every decaying society experiences massive pendulum swings that violently tear apart its culture, and the world of Witch Hat is no different. All witches have already made exceptions to the old rules of magic. This will continue as Coco pushes boundaries and Agott tries to save her people. Future climatic events and risky responses will inevitably swing the pendulum so far that the old lines between brimmed hats, pointed caps, and non-witches will be broken. Three major parties will emerge, each differing in how they view, share, and control magic. Preservationists will brutally guard the Pact's established order, reformers will seek to change it drastically, and independents will take advantage of the chaos for their own ends. Next comes mid to high probability plot twists that are shocking yet inevitable events. Coco and Agott must diverge as the protagonist and antagonist. It truly begins with Master Quifri tragically running out of time as their teacher, either because of his demise or an untimely separation. After this seismic event, Quifri's former students will grapple with their future affiliations. The table will be cleared, allowing for anything to happen next. As I state in my Anakin 2.0 video, there is heavy foreshadowing that Coco will eventually join the Brimmed Hats in her own way, most likely after she learns the truth about her father. This family revelation could come from Coco's now recovered mother, or perhaps Egrin the Brimmed Hat, who certainly has a history with her family. Fundamentally, Coco wants to change things for the better, even if it means breaking all the rules. For years, librarian Adina has emotionally poisoned Agott, intentionally making her aspire to climb back into the ranks of the accepted. Yet does Adina herself represent the ultimate acceptance Agott seeks? Probably not. We've seen in the story that Agott is a paragon who believes in the Pact and desires to rise to the top of the Order. She will eventually shun the Brimmed Hats, including her own mother, and will seek to restore her family's good name. But Agott is no moderate and could eventually embrace her ultimate antagonistic archetype, represented by the increasingly inquisitorial Knights Morales. In earlier chapters, we've seen how multiple young knights were created through traumatic childhood events. Agott now has the pieces in place to join the Knights Morales. Her loss of a mentor, parental betrayal, severe emotional damage, and a keen desire to right all wrongs. At last, we reach the unknown probability points. Are there multiple roads but one destination? This story could go in several major directions, yet the trajectories of the protagonist and antagonist will certainly accelerate. There may be a large time jump, or multiple smaller time lapses. Coco will push a dangerous reformation, while Agott conducts an unhinged preservation. Naturally, both will feel emotionally betrayed by the other. The tension will crescendo when Agott's smothering pride collides with Coco's insufferable will in an inevitable argument or even battle among friends. And who knows what will happen then. Hopefully our estranged duo will reunite and forge a new way forward for their society, but the real ending might be far more bittersweet for these two. It will take years to see if these predictions come to pass, but I hope you enjoyed this speculation. Let me know if I missed any big character points for our two heroes. Regardless, I'd appreciate a like of this video. Thank you, and God bless.